The latest season of Game of Thrones offers a unique opportunity for the series. For the first time since it began, the show has finally surpassed the books, so the readers are just as blind as everyone else. This puts everyone on equal footing when it comes to spoilers and predictions. Every season ends with a lot of unanswered questions, and Season 5 was no different. I expect this to be the most watched season so far, as anticipation has been growing all year. I've read all of the books and seen every episode, but I haven't done much research as I wanted to avoid spoilers, so here are my uninformed predictions for Game of Thrones Season 6. What everyone has been speculating about for a year. Is Jon Snow dead? Or to go further, will he stay dead? It's pretty obvious that Jon is dead after he got the whole Caesar treatment, but I think he still has work to do and will be brought back to life, free from his oath to the Night's Watch. But how's he going to come back? Well, we know that Red Priest can bring back the dead, and I think it's too big of a coincidence that Melisandre recently arrived at Castle Black and Jon died in the same episode. She will be undergoing her own crisis of faith after what happened to Stannis because she was wrong about her predictions, but will eventually realize that it was Jon Snow she saw in the flames and not Stannis to lead the realm through darkness. If I had to guess, Jon will come back at the end of episode 3 to allow for the drama surrounding his death to grow. HBO is going to make us wait as long as possible to answer that question. In the trailer, it looks like the Bolton army is going to go up against what looks like a Northern Loyalist / Wildling army, and I hope that Sansa is the one that rallies the banners and is leading the rebellion. While she has never been my favorite character, she's come a long way since Season 1, and the Starks deserve some long overdue vengeance. I predict that she's going to gather the Northerners still loyal to Winterfell and the Lords of the Vale, and perhaps Jon Snow will be the one to lead the army in the Battle of the Bastards. Arya will be blind for a little while and undergo some Daredevil-style training at the House of Black and White, but she will eventually get her sight back toward the end of the season. But I don't think she'll stay and become a faceless man. She still has too much Arya in her and can never truly be no one. She'll take what skills she's learned and try to set things right in Westeros. While the show has stayed away from flashbacks for the most part, that looks like it's going to be changing this season. Bran was absent from Season 5 so he could begin his training with the Three-Eyed Raven to expand his green sight, which gives the power to gaze into the past or future. It's almost a guarantee that he'll be using his powers to fill in the gaps in the stories. I'm just hoping that we'll finally get to see the Tower of Joy and find out about Jon Snow's parentage. When we left Daenerys last season, she was being surrounded by a Dothraki horde. It looks like she's going to be in a similar situation to her storyline in earlier seasons, but her character has changed a lot since then, so it'll be interesting to see how she adapts to being a prisoner this time. I think that she'll eventually convince the Dothraki to join her forces, becoming her cavalry, and with all of her military in place and Slaver's Bay stabilized, she'll finally set sail for Westeros at the end of this season. While she's gone, Tyrion and Varys will be taking care of Meereen in her absence. I believe that her husband, Hizdahr Zalorak, is the Harpy, and he got stabbed to divert suspicion away from himself. Tyrion will eventually solve the mystery and set the dragons free to restore peace in the city. And those are my predictions on Game of Thrones Season 6. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen, or tell me how wrong my predictions are in the comments below. Now, let's go get ready to watch Season 6 and find out which of the characters we love is going to die next.